attacking you. Okay, so this wasn't going to work for you. You were able to balance something out as well. Nine of Cups here. Yeah, so in the past, this person's wish fulfillment was to participate with whatever liquid this is, okay, and place it into your vehicle, as well as give these people access. This was wish fulfillment for them. It's not no more, okay? So this Hierophant energy here, this is like abuse of some sort of institutional role, if that makes sense here. Okay, I feel more like a corporate role that they played, but then they walked into a legal setting here, okay? So they acted out of some sort of ethical standards to support a scheme for this group who they chose to accept a contract with. Bottom of the deck here, we have a Ten of Cups. Somebody could have worked with someone's family members, okay? Or Spirit is just saying that there was an entire community of people here at this place of business or place where this person works at who were all involved. This could also be Spirit saying that there's an entire community of people at this legal setting of wherever they filed this at who were also involved, okay? So it's like a lot of people that this person got in contract with because everybody's been stealing, everybody needs to cover things up, right? Everybody needs for you to be unwell, okay? To make things come together. So yeah, this person was definitely a major key player in this. Yeah, this is what their wish fulfillment was, to rush towards you and take some sort of reckless action here, okay? The Knight of Swords is clarifying the Nine of Cups and the Hierophant. This is literally given like a whole institution felt like they would be able to bank off of this. And they did this quick without thinking. I'm also getting two with the Star here, the Hermit, and the Knight of Swords here. It's kind of giving the energy of like people literally like trying to rush and do something out of nowhere, right? But it's like, hurry up and pour something, right? So maybe you are running errands or something like that, or maybe you're asleep, but it's like they know that like you wake up or check your cameras often. It's like they hurried up and did something very, very quickly here, okay? Bottom of the deck here. This is the whole motivation here, okay? It's over at Ace of Pentacles, all right? So a lot of times, more often than not, you guys, it is money driven, okay? So some sort of disruption or theft, this could represent your inheritance or your estate here, but this tells us that this was directly tied to some sort of financial exploitation here, okay? This person here, this masculine energy, they are involved with like assisting with diverting assets, if that makes sense, right? By trying to interfere with your personal life, okay? And this is also what they're hiding in some sort of wealth structure. This person specifically also has a shell company with the Ace of Pentacles in it that does not belong to them. All right.
Jeff Starling's.
King of Wands here, I do feel like this is the masculine energy here, okay? He could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but he doesn't necessarily have to be. This is the person who chose to rush towards you, wish fulfillment, make this decision, and go file this at this legal setting here, okay? This is also the person who works at this establishment. So because they're coming through as a King of Wands, this person may have some sort of managerial position as well. All right, that's something else that I'm picking up on. This isn't just a regular employee, or if there were regular employees, then, you know, there's some sort of manager that's involved with this as well. Queen of Swords here with the Six of Pentacles, clarifying the Two of Pentacles here. This Queen of Swords here is either somebody who this person worked with, or Spirit is saying that this is you who they basically took from, okay? Queen of Swords, Six of Pentacles here. It's like taking something from this person. Okay, this could also be planting something inside someone's car. Okay, so in this picture, it depicts somebody sitting in a seat. Sometimes that does represent a car. The clouds behind the Queen of Swords can represent movement. Okay, so this could be a feminine energy here who sits in some sort of seat in a car. And then to the right, you have somebody else dropping something. Okay, so it's like putting something near someone's seat or something like that, right? And then on the other side, we have scales, right? It's like putting something here, and then it's like manipulating the justice system to some extent, all right? Let me see what else the spirit wants me to know. So clarifying the Four of Swords, we have the Hierophant and the Nine of Cups. Something is being laid to rest. That's giving this energy at the bottom of the deck. Kick to the curb, forgotten person, past, okay? Something is being laid to rest of whatever it was that these people were wishing, hoping, and praying for, okay? That would take place with this specific institution. I'm also getting too that this is also connected to someone of your past, okay? Not saying that this specific person at the dealership, but more so somebody who they worked with, okay? And I say that because Six of Cups, we have past energy here. Here we have a forgotten person, and then also kick to the curb. This is like someone, one of these people is someone of your past, if that makes sense, who also belongs to the same diabolical group. That person, with this coming out at the bottom of the deck, they could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo here. They don't have to be, okay? But this is an earth sign here. They're holding some sort of pinnacle, okay? So this is like somebody else of your past who you know, who's also holding on to some sort of wealth that doesn't belong to them. Again, everybody benefits by this person doing this, all right? So there's something like that here. And now that person is in the middle of some sort of timeout as well, okay? So this was also their wish fulfillment. Page of Wands here with the Seven of Swords, yeah, at the bottom of the deck, okay? So there's some sort of news coming out, okay, about what it is that these people did. The Page of Wands is clarifying the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Swords here. That's like if people are finding out, if that makes sense, that these people did this intentionally. Okay, the Page of Swords is also clarifying the Four of Swords is like some sort of receiving some sort of news that lays everything to rest here. With the Seven of Swords coming out at the bottom of the deck, it's like some sort of intentional deception, probably data theft, right? As well, but it's like it reflects these false locations. That's like Seven of Swords, right? Being dishonest testimonies at this institution here as well, okay? And it's like strategically concealing information to mislead the court, okay? As well as too, people finding out, receiving some sort of news about how they were redirecting financial outcomes. This actually was at the bottom of the deck, but hey, I'll just leave it here since I put it down. Yeah, Four of Swords, Page of Wands, Seven of Swords. This news lays something to rest, okay, about whatever it is that they've been doing. And again, even after I took that, bottom of the deck is a Two of Wands, right? Discovery, right? Finding things out, okay? What this group is involved with and what they've been doing here. Also, too, with that King of Pentacles, too, that could be Spirit highlighting that this group is involved with some sort of like financial abusing type of power, if that makes sense, right? It's like a whole business is linked to something here, but it's like they've been able to profit with that King of Pentacles, okay? Because sometimes that can represent a bank account. It could even be a shell company, okay? But it's tied to, excuse me, some sort of false reporting here. Page of Wands, Seven of Swords, false reporting, okay? And so that is laying something to rest, okay? Something that they've been reporting in the past here. Knight of Wands, yeah. So the Knight of Wands energy, right, this can talk about travel, if that makes sense, as well as people taking some sort of action here. With the Knight of Wands coming underneath the Four of Swords and the Page of Wands here, this is like receiving some sort of news that something has been laid to rest about travel. Okay, specifically, this would be, oh, look at this. Hierophant. I mean, not Hierophant. Emperor. Hierophants right here. So it looks like somebody who has some sort of title here. If that makes sense, people may be discovering that this person lied. Okay, somebody who has a very important role. So remember I said this person is some sort of leader when I seen how they came out with the King of Wands here. I don't know, is this like the CEO of some sort of company here? Of some sort of dealership database company here? This person has a very high role, okay? But they are involved with the manipulation of this this transportation data here, okay? Knight of Wands, Page of Wands, transportation data, okay? Giving false data here. Page of Wands, Seven of Swords. Now we have somebody here, an Emperor energy here. So it looks like somebody who holds some sort of seat at this establishment is connected to this as well. Somebody thought this was going to be a good idea. So the shell company, hopefully they weren't embezzling money through their business, because there's going to be a trail. All right. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Planting false data. We have an Empress in reverse and the Five of Wands. This was their goal. This is what this Emperor wanted. So this Emperor, this person who wanted to be the Emperor, okay, this was their goal here, was to fight against you, to try to have you stuck, okay? Empress in reverse, that could mean so many different things here. Okay, this could also be a feminine energy who's very jealous, hateful, and conniving, but I'm more so getting that these people were fighting to try to have you in reverse. It's like wanting to win through some sort of unethical means here, right? This is giving deliberate harm, right? That's the like pouring things inside your car, okay? Lying to gain some sort of advantage here, okay? And not caring about consequences. Yeah, a person came out some sort of Emperor energy here. See, Knight of Wands, Empress in reverse. It's like messing with your travel, messing with your car, doing something intentionally and deliberately. And these people work together because we see the Ten of Cups here, right? So it's like collusion with like teamwork here. Okay, it's like data handlers and stuff like that who's connected to filing things inside courthouses. There could be something about technical support too, but it's like working together, and nobody has any sort of integrity here. Nobody involved. Yes, this person is in regret. Yes, they're tormented now, right? Eternal, right? Something is permanent. This person has to deal with this as long as they're here on earth, at least within this lifetime here. But it still doesn't make it right. Yeah, an entire community of people here. There's a lot of people involved.
Brushing in my house whenever
Definitely.
I leave.
This is the teamwork that we just talked about, right? The legal connections, the data handlers, the technical support, everything that we just said, that's this right here. Bottom of the deck, at work, okay? And doing something for a long time. So the Six of Cups represents the history. It's like lying about your history, lying about where you were driving to and parked at in the past, okay? But something was happening for a long time here. So whatever this is, this financial exploitation, they've been benefiting for quite some time. Something is long term here, okay? Wow. Just by controlling data and fabricating evidence here about your travel here. We have 3 Knights. This is definitely about travel. All 3 of these Knights are touching the Page of Wands. This is the information. These are the messages. This is the news that's being given, okay? Everything surrounded travel. Look at that. Knight, Knight, Knight. All surrounding a Page of Wands and an Empress in reverse. Travel about you, okay? But trying to have you in reverse here. Horrible people. I don't even know what deck to use. Let's do this one. An enemy came out first. An enemy and a scholar. This is that professional who holds some sort of high position at whatever database, dealership, company this is. Okay? This is a professional. Remember when I said that this person is very skilled with whatever it is that they do? Like they could have actually worked for another company before they even went there, if that makes sense. They have a lot of skills. All right, I'm going to put the scholar underneath him because, yes, this is a professional, someone clearly in a high position as well, who helped out with this. Let's get a few more. I feel like when I use more cards like this, if I start off with 5 at the top, there's less clarification to do because we get so much more information. But sometimes I like using the cards. Consolation, yeah, they're trying to speak to somebody or figure something out here. They're speaking to a feminine energy, an older woman here, or just a woman who's like, at least I would say like around 28 or something like that. But they're speaking to an older woman, okay, about what it is that they did. So this older woman, this Empress in reverse, may not be you. This could have been someone who was pretending to be you, who they were also working with as well. That's another way you can see this, okay? Because an older woman is touching this Empress in reverse. It's like someone who, okay, so for some of you guys, if somebody pretended to be your biological mother on some sort of documentation, this could represent that person too. Remember how we did have the 10 of Cups out as well. But it's like there's a lot of people who are able to benefit, right? People of your past. There's something about a house and a servant. Yeah, these people were this is about assets and property and stuff like that. Yep, because the bottom of the deck, we have some sort of letter, and then we have 3 of Pentacles, and then we have this government building here. This was that person showing up here to put these false statements and false data on file. These are all the bottom of the deck here, okay? And even below that, excuse me, we have a merchant. This is the dealership database employee who's actually very high in their position who did this. 3 more and then we want to end it there. Wow. I don't know, like, it's not that I'm surprised, it's just crazy to me. So now Spirit is giving you, guys, another perspective with different people, okay, who are also all connected to these sort of groups here. Trust, sincerity, respect, carefulness, and support. This is giving the enemy, like this person was supporting them, being very careful, okay, but also being very deliberate. Enemy and scholar, okay. Bail. We have a wake-up call, a signal. I'm also getting too, like, that this person, they could have had something that was like deactivating your alarm. I don't know if you guys ever heard of like RF jammers and stuff like that, where it's like they can come near your car and actually deactivate your alarm. This person has access to those type of tools, okay? So somebody's getting some sort of wake-up call here, an older woman, that's this consolation. Yeah, they're speaking to someone else and they're finding something out, okay? But I also got alarm here. Like car alarms, when this came out, it made me think like, oh shoot, they probably have access to deactivate alarms too. Yes, they do. They definitely do here.
And cameras,
yep,
for when they come
look, they were instructed to do this.
houses,
a servant in a house.
leave.
So this could also be connected to somebody near your home, okay, was also participating and helping, okay? So it looks like you have an enemy here working with a feminine energy, somebody near your home who's providing some sort of service so wherever your car is parked at. When your car is parked at home, somebody's manipulating your data to make it seem like you're going other places and your car is parked there. Follow instructions, instigation, and faith. Look at the bottom of the deck. Telling a story. Okay, this is literally painting a lie, shaping some sort of narrative here, okay, decorating things, making things seem, a certain way, but they're not. Telling a story, they lie, okay, so it's like while your car is parked at home, okay, somebody is being guided to follow instructions and try and help manipulate some sort of data with where your car is actually at and where it's going, okay, and this was all together to try to frame you, and then they had somebody or make it seem like you were at locations that you weren't at. But then they had somebody else who actually works for this database as well, dealership, manipulating the data too, okay? So it goes hand in hand. This goes both ways here. Wow, I'm happy that we clarified that. All right, you guys, stay tuned